Matthew 25 verses 1 to 6. Check your mail. Ruth went to her mailbox and there was only one letter. She picked it up and looked at it before opening, but then she looked at the envelope again. There was no stamp, no postmark, only her name and address. She read the letter. Dear Ruth, I am going to be in your neighborhood Saturday afternoon and I'd like to stop by for a visit. Love always, Jesus. Her hands were shaking as she placed the letter on the table. Why would the Lord want to visit me? I'm nobody special. I don't have anything to offer. With that thought, Ruth remembered her empty kitchen cabinets. Oh my goodness, I really don't have anything to offer. I'll have to run down to the store and buy something for dinner. She reached for her purse and counted out its contents. Only $5.40. Well, I can get some bread and cold cuts, at least. She threw on her coat and hurried out the door. A loaf of French bread, a half-pound of sliced turkey, and a carton of milk, leaving Ruth with a grand total of 12 cents to last until Monday. Nonetheless, she felt good as she headed home, her meager offerings tucked under her arm. Hey lady, can you help us, lady? Ruth had been so absorbed in her dinner plans, she didn't even notice two figures huddled in the alleyway. A man and a woman, both of them dressed in little more than rags. Look lady, I ain't got a job you know, and my wife and I have been out here on the street, and, well, now it's getting cold and we're getting kinda hungry and, well, if you could help us out we'd really appreciate it. Ruth looked at them both. They were dirty, they smelled bad and frankly, she was certain that they could get some kind of work if they really wanted to. Sir, I'd like to help you, but I'm a poor woman myself. All I have is a few cold cuts and some bread, and I'm having an important guest for dinner tonight and I was planning on serving that to him. Yeah, well, okay lady, I understand. Thanks anyway. The man put his arm around his wife's shoulders, turned and headed back into the alley. As she watched them leave, Ruth felt a familiar twinge at her heart. Sir, wait. The couple stopped and turned as she ran down the alley after them. Look, why don't you take this food? I'll figure out something else to serve my guest. She handed the man her grocery bag. Thank you lady. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. It was the man's wife, and Ruth could see now that she was shivering. You know, I've got another coat at home. Here, why don't you take this one? Ruth unbuttoned her jacket and slipped it over the woman's shoulders. Then smiling, she turned and walked back to the street, without her coat and with nothing to serve her guest. Thank you lady. Thank you very much. Ruth was chilled by the time she reached her front door, and worried too. The Lord was coming to visit and she didn't have anything to offer him. She fumbled through her purse for the door key. But as she did, she noticed another envelope in her mailbox. That's odd. The mailman doesn't usually come twice in one day. Dear Ruth, it was so good to see you again. Thank you for the lovely meal. And thanks for the beautiful coat. Love always, Jesus. Then the King will say to those on his right, Come, you who are blessed by my Father. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry and you gave me food, I was thirsty and you gave me drink, a stranger and you welcomed me, naked and you clothed me, ill and you cared for me, in prison and you visited me. You might not be able to change the entire world but you can change one life at a time. That's what Ruth was trying to do. For just as a body without a spirit is dead, so also faith without works is dead. Ruth had both faith and works. She brightened the lives of two people, one at a time. Which one of God's children have you helped today?